So hi guys, now we are going to see important concept in Java that is known as constructors. So for understanding the constructor concept, we need to create a class. So I will quickly create a class called students. So I created a class of student and I will just simply make it like this. So in this, I will create two instance variables. No, so I will name it as age. So I will make them public. Okay, the next variable I will take is the string, that is name for his name I am saying. So as you can see, I took two instance variables. After that, what I want to do is I want to create the functions. I will create total 4 functions. The first function will return this age, the second function will return this name, and the third function will set this age, and the fourth function will set this name. So basically, for simply getting the age name, we are going to have two functions. For setting the name age, we are going to have two functions. I hope you understood. Setting means that your custom name that you are going to pass from this demo to here, so that we can able to see in the terminal. So let's see how to do that. So first of all, I will create to set the age. So return type is integer. So I will say get age. So this is the naming convention that everyone follows. So for getting the age, you will be going to name it as get name. So that is your wish, you can name it as anything. But one important thing is the method name should be, if someone reads your method name, that should be valid, or some what the purpose it is solving, so that they can able to read all the function clearly. So first of all, in this I will simply say return age. So this is a simple thing that I have done. So this what is the age here, default age that I have set it. So return that age only. So if you did not mention any age like is equals to 0 or something, you did not mention here, means it will return 0. I hope you understood. So the next function I will create is set the name. So name is a string, so I will type return. So I said before only, this can be whatever your wish, set name or name set, that is your wish, but it should solve the proper issue that what it is doing. So here what I will do is return name. Okay, simple. First function will return the age, second function will return the name. Now if you want to set the name, so here I default values I did not give. If I did not give the default values, so these are the default values I am showing. So if I did not do anything, just name will be default as null. So I don't want the default value. I want to pass from the demo. So for that purpose, I want to set the value. So I will say public. So int, first of all I want to set the age. So simply say set, sorry, here we are getting right, not setting. So get, okay. Here you can say set age. Open the braces, and inside this you can simply say this dot age is equals to age. So inside this you are going to accept an argument. So I hope you understood this statement. It is doing nothing. So you are basically passing an argument from the demo. You are accepting in this here. So after accepting, just your this return type is integer. Okay, just you are setting this age. This age means this age. So here you can see this age means this age. So from the color code also you can understand that. So after that, what I will be going to do is I will be going to say public set name. So inside this I will accept a string. I will say it as name. So inside this I will say this dot name is equals to name. Okay, mention the return type as well. Okay, this name basically comes here and this name is this one. To differentiate, I just mentioned capital N here and capital N over here. You can mention small n also. So for that purpose only we are going to place this here. So even though if you have small n over here, small n, if you place small n over here, so of course the same thing, the name will come here, and this means, so this represents this one here. So basically total I have 4 functions which can solve for, so it's not integer, we can write is void. So this is also not string type, this is also void, because just we are setting that, not we are returning that. If you return here, if you simply say return, then you need to mention here string. So I am not going to currently return anything, so I will simply remind it as a void. Okay, I hope you understood. So this is for setting age, this is for setting name, this is for getting name. So this is for setting age, this is for setting the name. So I hope you understood what are the 4 functions will do. So we are going to make an object of student. So for that I will say student. So I will say object is equals to new of type student. So this is the way how you create an object. So not student, that is students. So this is the way how you create an object of this class students. So after creating an object successfully, you are going to assign some values with the help of this obj object. So you can say object dot set, so set age you can say. Okay, so you are basically setting this age with this like here. If you did not set this age, it will be going to take null. So for simplicity, I will also show with that in the terminal as well. So I am saying obj dot, you are going to set name as well. So set name. So in the name, what you are, that is your wish, you are going to say, suppose that is whatever you the name you like, you can keep here. So after the setting, after you are setting the name and age, it will be going to accept the name and age, okay, inside that. So I am also passing the age and name inside over that. So finally what I will do is I am going to print in the terminal. So I will say simply obj dot, first of all I will be getting the name because just I set it here. You can say I just call these two functions, I did not call ever these two functions for getting that value. So I will simply say obj dot, for calling that method you will say get age. Okay, I hope you understood. After that you are going to concatenate with the help of this, and inside you are going to put colon. So after that you again put plus, and you are going to say object dot, so get name. So you are also getting the name. Okay, I hope you understood. So this is the simple thing, you are getting the age, you are dividing with semicolon, and you are getting the name. So this is a simple printing statement. This will print all the stuff in the terminal. I hope you can see full. So now I will, if I run that, so you can see it is printing the name and age in the terminal. So okay, wait, so I will simply, so I will remove this. So now you can say I just swapped that, so that you can see clearly. First it prints name, and after that it prints your age in the terminal. So up to here there is an issue. I hope there is no any issue for this thing. So I will show you one shortcut trick, so that you can get all these methods in the here in the VS Code. So any popular IDEs will give you this option. So simply right click over that. So click on source action. So it will show you that generate constructor. So we will see how to generate constructor. So up to now what we are seeing is getters and setters. It will get and set all the values. We are getting 4 values. Sorry, we are setting 2 values. We are getting 2 values. So let's click on that. So it will be going to ask what you are going to generate setters and getters. So for int age, I am going to have the function getter and setter. So for the name also I am going to have the getter and setter. So simply click on OK. See, it is automatically creating a getting name and getting age. So after that again right click on that, you are going to click source action. You are going to get setters now. So again both click that. Just with the help of the source action, inbuilt VS Code will provide all these methods. You need not to write by yourself. So simply right click that and source action. In the source action you can generate constructor as well. So I hope you understood how to write these all functions. So now I will run and see it is working or not. So I will run. So yeah, you can see simply it is working again and again. Now what if, so what is meant by constructor? Now the main important concept arises here. So you understood what is meant by getters and setters. So these are known as getters and setters. Basically this will set and get your age. See, these are known as getters and setters. So these 4 functions are known as getters and setters. So I hope you understood what is meant by getters and setters. So now what is meant by the constructor? So basically I will show here what is meant by constructor. So constructor is nothing but a function that is created when the object is created. So the constructor will look like this. So you are going to mention public and the constructor name. So basically all the constructor name will be same as the class name only. So I will going to say students, and you are going to mention the round brackets. So you can see there is no return type over here for the constructor. So this is known as the default constructor. It will be not going to have any return type. So you are not going to mention any void, you are not going to mention any int type. So this is known as default constructor. So even though if you not mention any constructor, so it will be going to have this here. So if you want to perform some operations here, you can take like this. So inside this I will say simply I will print something in the terminal so that you can understand. Okay, I just did nothing. I am printing something in the terminal. So let's see what happens if I run that. So you can see it is first printing I am in constructor. Why it is printing first I am in the constructor? Because first you are creating an object. So as soon as you create an object, it will be going to call this constructor. So the main important constructor matter is it will be going to call when you create an object. So what if I did not call this show methods, sorry, this methods means this printing statement also. So simply I will call this, comment out this, and if I run that, you can see So even though I did not call this method system.println, it is just printing I am in the constructor. Why it is printing I am in the constructor? Because you just only created an object of type student, then again as soon as you created an object, it is going to call the constructor. So if you want to check this is correct or not, just simply I will going to create another object as well for your understanding. So I will say object 1. So you can see it is going to print two constructors, because the first constructor is for the first object and the second constructor is for the second object. I hope you understood. So for the explanation for this video, I will be going to remove the first constructor. Now if you again compile and run, you will be going to see only one constructor is printing, because we are only having one constructor over here. So what if you want to set all the values? So I will remove this. So then what is the use of the constructor? So basically you are not passing any values over here. So you are not passing any values. So I will print something. So you can see what is get name and what is set get age. So if you see here, we are not assigning any age default over here. Suppose I can say simply 30. I can say like this also. But sorry, you are mentioned private, not public here. So this instance variable should be private, not public. That is your wish, but you can generally you can see this will be private only. So anything in private you will not just simply do, or you cannot simply assign over here like this. So if you want to assign, you will be going to assign all the things in the method, something method known as constructors only. So okay, I hope you understood. Now suppose I did not assign over here, I just getting the name and age. So now let's see. So I am just getting the name and age. So whatever the name and age will be here, it will be going to print here. So what is there? So there is nothing here. We did not set here. So it will be going to print the default constructor. So it will be going to call the default constructor. In the default constructor, we are not having any values. So it will be going to set name as null and the age as 0. So that is the meaning. If you don't have anything also, it will be going to call this constructor. So we are going to now set some values here. So if you set age as suppose 18, so more than 18 only your application will work. Other than that your name will not work. So you are going to say simply name. So if user did not enter any name, you can simply this age I am saying. So now you set at this age. Now you are setting this name. Suppose user did not set any name with the, like here. User did not set any name over here. Then you can set username as Charan. I hope this makes some sense. If user did not mention any name and age over here, you can simply mention in the default constructor. Whenever you create an object here, then this default constructor will be called, and this name and age will be passed, and this will return, and this will be printed in the terminal. So let's see. So you can mind you, these are not we are not assigning. I commented out that. So let's see what happens. So as soon as I compile and run, you can see name and the age is also printing. Why it is printing like that? Because I am assigning in the constructor. As soon as you called this, as soon as you created this object, this will be going to call your constructor. I hope you understood that point. Now there is important concept known as, we have seen constructor, but there is something called default constructor and parameterized. So we have something known as default constructor and parameterized constructor. No, so you understood the main usage of the constructor. If you want to set some values, if you are not setting any values, by default if you want set to some values, you can set here default is equals to, but that is not the good way. So you are going to call the constructor as soon as you create an object. That will set all the values in this constructor. So I hope you understood now. Now what is meant by parameterized constructor? So default constructor is nothing but if you not passed any parameters in this is known as default constructor. So I will going to accept some in age. Okay, I will be going to accept some string over here, string name. Okay, in this I am going to accept some string and name. Here I will be going to assign the age, and here I will be going to assign the name. Okay, this name and age I am going to assign over here. So why it is showing error? Because assignment itself, this assign value never used. So you can simply say this dot. Okay, so basically if you mention this dot, means this refers to this one, and age refers to these values that we are taking from the arguments. So how can you create an object of that constructor, parameterized constructor. So suppose I will say object 1, and inside the students type I am going to pass arguments. So suppose I say 30, not 30, if I say 25 age, and the name if I pass like Kumar, it will be going to accept this constructor. So if I have something like as out here, you can understand. I am in the parameterized constructor. So as soon as you create this normal object, it will be going to call the normal constructor, this constructor. So you can also you can also print that. You can also print and see that. So I am in the default constructor. So this is known as default, because you're not taking any arguments over here, but you are taking some arguments over here. So this is known as the parameterized constructor. So I will simply take. So I hope you understood. So this is known as, so constructors I will say. So this is known as default constructor. You are not accepting any argument. So this is known as parameterized constructor, because you are accepting age and string. Not only that, you can just simply accept the name as well. So that is known as, I will show that also. So you can just simply accept the name as well. That is your wish. Otherwise you can simply accept this will be name will be you are going to pass here. Okay. The name will be getting from here. The age you are going to pass from here. So I am in the parameterized constructor. I will say here single. So I will create another object. So I will say object 2. So here I will only pass the name only. So I hope you understood. So this is known as the default constructor. So these two are known as these two are known as parameterized constructor, but this is a single parameter. Here you are passing 2 parameters. So there is function I created, so which can accept 2 parameters, which can accept 1 parameter. Now if I print that, all the stuff you can see. So it is saying I am in the default constructor. Basically for this one, it is calling this default constructor. Next, as soon as you created this object, it will be going to call this one. Why? Because that is matching the parameters. So it is saying parameters constructor. It is printing like this. So as soon as created a single argument constructor, you are going to call this one. So it will say single parameterized constructor. Even though if you see, we are not calling anyway the constructors over here. It is directly calling these constructors. So what is meant by that? If you don't create a constructor, so I hope you understood this constructor, what is meant by this constructor. So I will going to remove this all the stuff. Okay, I am removed all the stuff, and I am going to remove this as well. I hope you understood. So as soon as you created this object, so the default constructor is provided this one. So you can simply run means, see again null and 0 is provided because we are not assigning these values. Okay, now again run. So you can see Charan and 30 is assigned over here, and it is print. We are calling get name and set name, and finally it is coming here, and we are calling this get name and set name. So what if you want to set default value? So already we have seen how to get and set name in the default constructor. So I hope if you did not mention also, this will provide this default constructor. So you can check some. So if you create an object, it will be going to call this constructor. If you did not call this constructor also, it will be going to call this constructor. Let's see. See, I am in constructor, it is printing. When you create an object, compulsory the constructor is called. If you not executed any statement also, it will be going to call that constructor. But I am not printing anything in this constructor, so that is why it is not showing here the constructor. But unfortunately, it will call the constructor when you create an object. So that is very important point. Constructor is nothing but a function itself, like you can see over here. So you also understood what is meant by getter and setter. You are going to get name and get age, set name and set age. This will be provided default by the VS Code as well. You can simply click source action and you can set these value, create these functions with the help of the VS Code as well. So I am simply printing in the terminal. So I hope you understood what is meant by construct.